last week after the show, Josh goes, "Hey, you got any video games that I can borrow that you haven't played in a while?" I kind of look through, and there's Bioshock. That's a great game.
That is great.
And I give it to him, and I'm like,
but they give it to me, and they're like, "But it's scary," and they're like, "Turn the brightness all the way up."
"No, I didn't want you to do that."
Someone said
that was Mad Apple
That's
Doctor.
how I played it. I played it with the brightness all the way up.
But it's scary.
So it kind of like got me in the mood of like, what's gonna happen here? And I think if I just was given the game and played it, I wouldn't have been
Right.
frightened.
Were you scared?
I had to stop playing. It took me 3 attempts to finally get like over 20 minutes in, and then once I saw like the little girl thing,
I was
done. Dude.
with
What
the
is wrong
heroin
with
needle.
you?
I was so scared. I turned it off like immediately. She's like jabbing something in the head, and I'm just all, what the fuck is this? And like my mind is way worse in that game because I totally imagine like her just going, "Who's on the rafters?" and
Looking up at you.
Shit my pants.
Yeah, well, that's what you see every day.
That whole sequence when the Big Daddy comes in that first scene, it's like, what the fuck is that thing? And then this little girl's hanging out with it. I'm like, oh my god, it's Michael Jackson. And
Who's who? Is that Bubbles? And the Big Daddy is Bubbles.
Right. Wait. So, how far did you get into the game before?
Literally, right when the Big Daddy throws that guy through the glass.
that was it.
That was it.
And I was like, I can't do it anymore.
you barely have a
What
wrench
is
at that
wrong
point.
with
You
you?
didn't charge him for renting.
I had a pistol.
Oh.
I had a pistol. But the people scared me too. They were kind of like zombie-esque.
Yeah.
And they're like,
They're with those masks on.
The splicers.
yeah, the
Dude,
splicers.
that is pretty frightening.
So I was scared. And then when I turned it up, I turned my brightness up all the way. It just meant I couldn't see it. Like instead of just something being dark,
Right.
it was just like that shaded white. So it was like it was a whole different. I still couldn't see. Yeah.
Why are you so scared? What's wrong with you?
You know what, dude? I am a scaredy cat. It's so much so that the other day I'm like, oh, I got some time to kill. I'm gonna go see Life of Pi, and I'm afraid of water, fish, sharks. Like
In a movie.
predators.
In a movie.
So the Long Beach Aquarium
I was
is
in a
definitely a
movie.
place that you don't want to go.
I was in the Life of Pi, and I had to get my feet off the ground. You know what I mean? And by the way, it only added to my scariness that there was no one else in the theater but me.
What is
So,
wrong with you?
I had to leave, like because he kept like hanging from the wood.
Wait.
And, like a shark would swim by.
Did
like
Titanic scare you with the water?
No, because there wasn't sharks and stuff.
Wait, so you didn't see the whole movie of Life
No,
of
I
Pi?
left. I left the theater. It was really
It's a
embarrassing.
kids movie.
It is not dude. It's not
It's
a
rated
kids movie.
PG.
That doesn't mean it's a kids movie.
There's Indians in it. There's tigers. It's not a kid's movie.
Like a real adventure.
They're
It's
like
borderline terrorist film. That's what it is.
You walked out of a PG movie for being too scared.
And what's really embarrassing too is when I went in there, I always like to make small talk with everybody, and there was like a girl there. She's like selling stuff, and I bought like an ice cream, sandwich or whatever. And she's like, "What are you saying?" And I'm like, "Oh, Life of Pi." She's like, "You're gonna love it. It's so good."
It's
You know
so
what I mean?
gentle and
It's so-
heartwarming.
she's like, "It's so
So
good."
uplifting.
And you know what else is really bad is I read the book Life of Pi, so I knew everything that was going to happen.
Right.
It was still too intense. for me.
Toddlers have no issue with watching that movie, probably. You realize that,
So
right?
as I'm walking out, that girl's like, she's like, "Hey," like not like, "Hey,
Life
talk
of
to me,"
Pi.
but it's like, "Where you going?" And I just like took right out, dude. I was just gone.
You puss. Wow.
I'm a scaredy cat, dude.
I had a guy-
fucking frightened.
I did once. I went to a movie theater and we'd smoke a lot of weed before we'd go in. I had one friend that would always have to get up and be like, "This it's just too intense. Too intense, man. I got to go stand down in the aisle for a second." And he'd stand down there, and it was just like a racing movie or some dumb bullshit.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and he's
gone
like,
in
"This
60
Dude,
seconds.
Vin Diesel just got the look of a tiger.
It's too intense, man." I'm still scared of Life of Pi.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.